Hello, Tangled Up in Blue. It's Grammy Antonia. I've been trying to take care of my mental health and my physical health too. These are such trying times. In my mind, the problems that are going on, I mean, we all have problems. But I'm talking about what's going on in our country since Donald Trump. We have a lot of young white males who are angry. They're angry at everyone. And a lot of these white Christian, so-called Christian young males they've not been allowed by their religious beliefs that they've been brought up in. They've not been allowed to discover their own beliefs. They've been dominated over by their fathers and their preachers and their spiritual advisors. And they've been made to believe that if they don't do what they're told, they're going to that most terrible place, hell. And it goes for a lot of the white women too. When they were girls and told this is how you have, this is what it means to be a woman. And a lot of times it was because of their religious beliefs of their parents. They were told this is a woman's place and this is what a woman does. And same thing with the boys. This is what a man is, this is what a man does. To me, it's no wonder we have so many white males, young males, who commit these shootings. And I don't care who it is that gets shot. It's because of their frustrations and anger and things that they've been told over and over and over again. And as they get out into the world, they start to think, well, how can that be right? Or how can, that's not right? Or I should, that doesn't make sense. And same with the girls. But we have more male shooters because it's embedded in this country with our guns. We have more guns than any other country. And, I've seen it with my own eyes right here where I live. I mean, these boys, when they're young or tall, they're just not men. To be a real man, they've got to have guns, and they got to shoot animals, and they've got to learn to protect themselves from all the evil out here in the world, because the evil's going to come for them because they're Christian. And girls, they can't, you don't need to go to dances or go out together doing things and listening to music or anything, because there's so much evils in the world, and you can't, you better get you a husband to protect you, and your husband will get a gun to protect both of you and your children, and just keep teaching them the same thing. And I like games. Like I told y'all, I like to gamble. I used to like to play games on the TV. Rent games at the video store and play games. But I never, ever liked the games where you were shooting other human beings, even if it was on a game. Now, there's been a lot of that. Killing other humans, and just my personal opinion, that desensitizes people to human life. I'm not saying do away with games, because there's a heck of a lot of people that like to play these games that don't get out here and shoot people. I mean, more don't than do. Well, my cigarette went out. That's a good thing, I guess. A few days ago, when our president was declaring war on Democrats and liberals, and all his followers and MAGA were declaring war on us, I heard somebody else say, a blue dot, because I heard him say, I'm outnumbered. And that's me. I'm outnumbered. And that's why you, my tribe, Tangled Up in Blue, means so much to me. I've had traumas in my life, which a lot of people have. But this trauma that has went on now for a decade in our country, it's just trauma on top of trauma. Now, it's hard. No doubt about it, it is hard. People need to learn and to teach their children that they have to look inside their self. They have to look at their self. I hope y'all understand what I'm trying to say. We have to learn from traumas. We have to be compassionate towards people. Oh, when I heard that Fox News host say on the couch with two of the other hosts that, maybe we ought to just give, well, I don't even think he used the word maybe. I think he just said that homeless people need to have lethal injection, be euthanized. And, then he said, just kill them. On Fox News. Now, what does that have to do with Christianity? Now, I heard that he came on the air and apologized for saying that he shouldn't have said it. I know he shouldn't have said it, but he shouldn't feel it either. He shouldn't think it. What makes him hate homeless people? People who have been traumatized and have had situations in their life, in our society here in the United States, excuse me, that have somehow led to them being homeless. No compassion for fellow human beings and what they might be going through. What kind of Christianity are these people learning? It's not Christianity. It just isn't. Because Christianity comes from Jesus. God sent Jesus here to show us, to tell us. And he did. And Jesus was the most loving, caring, compassionate person, I think, in history. And I've used the word cult with MAGA, the Republicans and the Trumpers, many times. And I just have to continue saying that. It is a cult. It's not Christianity, it's a cult. Christianity has no room for hate. That's my opinion. No room for hate in Christianity. It's all about love and for fellow human beings. And I don't care what color they are, what country they come from, what religion they have. Jesus didn't teach us that we needed to have guns. Now, I've always said Democrats have never wanted to take people's guns away. And we've not wanted to take guns away. I mean, this country's built on guns. I guess if I had my way, none of us would have guns. But that's not how our country is. So I've always said, it's all right if you have a gun at home to protect your family, your home, yourself. It's all right if you have a gun, if you're a hunter, even though I don't particularly believe you should just go out here and shoot animals for the sport of it. But that's how we are. So, if you're a hunter, then you can have a gun. But we have to have reforms on our gun regulations. Nobody needs guns of war. And to just pound it into young people's brains, especially young men. They gotta have guns to be a man. Girls have to have babies to be a woman. Anyway, there's just so much trauma going on. So much trauma. And I feel like the cult needs to take care of its own. They need to look inward and try to figure out what is wrong. What is going wrong. Instead of just blaming everybody else for their problems and going out here spewing hate on everybody else. That's why we have these wars all over the planet. Oh, I know. This is just something that doesn't resonate anymore. But I need to get off this video now. And I sure thank you, Tangled Up in Blue, for listening to me. Because I love y'all. And I'm one of those people in this country that I'm totally outnumbered and don't have hardly anyone to turn to. So thank you, and welcome anybody that wants to join in our comments and talk about all these things. So I'm going to say bye now, and I love y'all very, very much. And I say this a lot too, we just have to be strong. We just have to keep putting one foot in front of the other every day and just keep going. We have to just keep going. Bye. Talk to you maybe tomorrow.